Hey, it's Sick Boy from the Gaminganarchist Collective, and as promised, I was going to give the end of my top 10 gaming-related dickheads video, focusing exclusively on Microsoft. Now, that was going to be a lot of conjecture and rumour and inferences based on their press conference. I'm going to go ahead and throw all that out of the window, because everything I said in my previous Xbox reveal video and all about the rumours are extensively true. There's already videos online that Angry Joe have done, that Total Biscuit have done, and they've gone through the press release ad nauseum, explaining the implications of every point. Now, there's one point on there that is the reason that they deserve to be the top 10 dickheads in gaming. And it's something that people have just glossed over. It is the fact that they have confirmed that you do not own your games. Now, for the starters, I'm going to preface this. Anybody who's going to argue with me on the grounds that, but I buy stuff on iTunes and that's not mine either, or I buy stuff on Steam and that's not mine either, well, you're a fucking idiot to buy something you do not own. Why? Okay, here is my iPad, okay? I'm going to say I have music on my iPad. Did I pay for it through iTunes? No, because you know why? Look. You can upload your stuff onto iTunes, your own music that you have bought and that you own and that you have ripped or downloaded DRM-free and added in to iTunes. If you buy it from their service, it is linked to their service. You only own it as long as they allow you to own it. And I'm going to stop playing Bush now. It's as simple as that. I do not care if you say, well, I buy this game on Steam and I don't own it. Well, I don't want to relinquish ownership of what I buy. If you want to do that for a cut price, because with Steam at least the games are cut price, you are paying rental prices, not purchase prices. That is that. That's why you get the cheap prices on Steam. It is not the same on consoles, and it will not be the same on consoles. The prices will remain the same, if not go up, and they've gone and done that, so they're going to cost way more than they will on PC, and then gone, also, you don't own them. You don't own your games. The publisher may allow you to trade them. He may allow you to lend them. He may allow you to sell them, but they still belong to the publisher. This is why Microsoft insisted that even indie developers needed a publisher. They have signed a deal with the publishers and with the retailers. The two people who I said were both out to fuck us, and the two people said, well, no, hang on. Retail is worse than publishers. Where are you today? Please come to this video and explain to me why this is a good thing. Why the only person getting shafted are the consumers and the small businesses. This protects big business and nobody else. To want to enable this just to get your games, I think makes you weak. I think it makes you stupid. I genuinely do not understand why getting hold of Halo or Forza is more important than your rights to ownership. And I don't care that we are moving to a digital age. That does not mean we don't own stuff anymore. And I also don't care if you say, but then kids don't mind, because kids don't know any better because they're living in the digital age. They are not used to the idea of physical goods. Because they're not educated in the fact that you pay for something and you own it. And the fact that companies have been sneaking in, year on year, terms of service restrictions. Now we own what we sell you. You get to use it on license from us as long as we want you to. The second the technology was in place to allow them to have control, they have taken it. And they've taken it now to the point where I buy an Xbox game. What is this? What is this? What is that? That is now nothing but a key code. This, on the Xbox or any previous generation, the physical media that includes the game, This is a copy of the game. This is what I own. This is the product that I own, that I've paid for with the money, that I can use for my entertainment. What I am doing now is paying the same price for access to entertainment that they can remove. What makes you think that Microsoft will keep their servers up indefinitely? They've already pulled them from the Xbox. How long are they going to keep them for the Xbox 360? How long are your Xbox Live arcade games going to exist? Are your on-demand games, how long are they going to exist? Will they do something in a way that locks off the servers? They probably can't do that because they didn't have it in place in the first place. Now, you play games on license. If you check in every 24 hours to their servers, then you are allowed to access the entertainment. That is what you have paid for. Does that sound like a good deal to you? Really? I'm almost tempted to completely refresh this and change number one from Microsoft to stupid bloody gamers who think this is a good thing. Who think that magically EA and Capcom and Activision will drop their prices because now they've got what they want. Are you insane? Do you think that now they've got what they want? Now they've got control of what they sell you. Now they sell you something and they still have it. That they're going to sell things digitally, which is an unlimited renewable resource. They develop the game, they can sell that game 1 billion times and they still have the copy of the game. It is an unlimited resource. It is an excuse to print money. And that's fine if you do that purely for digital products that you can keep DRM free, that are yours, you can store them externally. You buy things on GOG, that's okay. You buy AAA games on Steam, you pay budget price for them. Because anyone who pays full price for a game on Steam, what is the matter with you? And also, don't come here and say, I get fucked by Steam, so you should accept being fucked by Microsoft or Sony. I will not. I'm not like you. I am not complacent. I am not going to give up ownership of what I buy. If I have to spend 50, 60 pounds to buy a game, then I own that game and I can do with it what I will. Not on license from the maker. There is no excuse for this. Making the argument that video games don't make money. I have to ask that question. I mean, 1, are you mad? 2, why do people make tie-in games? Why do tie-in games exist? Film tie-in games, comic book tie-in games, TV series tie-in games, why do they exist? They exist because they make money. Do you think they'd be doing tie-in games that are universally and almost always shite? Movie tie-in games make money, do they not? Why do other media come to video games to profit? It's not to increase their profile, it is to make money. Making games that you can sell on the market does make you money. If it doesn't make you enough money, your operating costs are down or you're too bloody greedy. I'm almost at my wit's end with people who think this is a good idea. Think that saying, now you own it, Mr. Seller, and if I want to give it to somebody, I can't sell it to a stranger because I have to be their friend for over 30 years before I can sell it. That is exclusively there to fuck just us. It's to protect GameStop. So anybody going to come to me and saying that my previous thing was in any way protecting GameStop or Game over the publishers, welcome to the wonderful world where both teams, who I told you both would try to fuck you, have just double teamed you. You've got one in the arse, one in the mouth. Congratulations. When this was brought up as a rumour, and people mentioned it, and people were going on about it and saying it's unacceptable, and then people were like, oh, you don't know yet, let's just wait and see what happens. Do you know what's wrong with that logic? Because not enough people spoke out about it. Because not enough people lambasted them. Apparently, there's not even enough lambasting for Microsoft to like. Even the media are after them. Even IGN don't like the Xbox One. They do article after article slagging it off. Not even they're in bed with Microsoft on this. You've got to be some kind of insane fanboy to think this is a good idea. That you're accepting your rights to be trampled on. No, I will not stand for that. I own what I pay for. If you try and tell me otherwise, I do not buy from you. This is what you should be saying as a consumer. I am not buying what you are selling unless it is mine to do with what I please. If you accept that, you enable it, all you are doing is just paying a company to entertain you for a few hours, not to sell you a good that is yours that has a value. That is a kind of financial slavery. That's not the trade of goods. That's not capitalism. That's not free market. That's rental fees. That is a subscription cost. That is making gaming a subscription cost. And if you don't see that, wake up. That's all it is. This is all it is. Microsoft are just the first people to openly say, other than Apple have as well, and so have Valve, you don't own this. There's no defence on either of them. There's no defence for Apple. There's no defence for Google, for their Android marketplace, where they do the same thing. Screw Microsoft, screw Apple, screw Google, screw Valve. And if Sony do go through with it, and they have said it's publisher discretion, yet again, they are handing the keys to the kingdom to the publishers. And if they do that, fuck them as well. All of a sudden, the Wii U that no one wants, seeming like an interesting purpose, isn't it? You wonder why EA refused to manufacture for them? You know why people like myself have been warning you that this is a problem? That people punishing Nintendo for their refusal to play ball with shoddy business practices? There we go. All of a sudden, the casuals machine is the one thing that's actually treating you like a gamer, not like a piggy bank, not like a cash cow to just be milked. And then after 8 years, they'll shut the servers down, and all you've got is a big lump of shit that you have spent thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever the hell, or hundreds of thousands depending on your bloody currency. You have rinsed, you've just sunk money into a hole. See behind me? See the books? Things like that. These are things. I own them. I've bought them. I paid a premium for them. Look at that. I bought that. And if the publisher stops making them, if Black Library stop making books, they're not going to come and stop me reading it. If you don't understand that, then you need to be educated on what it is to be a consumer or an owner of something. I feel like consumers are crazy. I feel like gamers have lost their minds, that for somehow getting hold of a game is more important than your own rights. You might think this is over the top. You might think that this is just overly dramatic. I'm being melodramatical. I'm complaining about something that doesn't really matter. I just want to play my games. This is how shit starts. We started buying mobile phones. Then they became contracts for services. They do it with computers, they do it with tablets, they do it with TVs, they do it with sofas, but at least with the sofa, you buy a sofa on 18 months or 2 years interest-free credit. Once you've paid for it, it's yours. They're not coming to take it away when they decide they don't want to sell sofas anymore. There is no difference. Do not let anybody tell you that there is a difference between goods because they exist on the internet or they exist in physical form. They're just doing what they can get away with doing. And if you let them, you're a moron. Stand up for your goddamn rights. Right. Not going to blither on about this anymore. Look in the mirror. If you're not proud of what you see, you don't think, do you know what? I stand up for myself. If not, start doing it. Grow a pair. Stand up for yourself. Don't be some kind of gleeful fool. Don't be Uncle Tom. Sitting there thanking Microsoft while they give you a good whipping. Seriously. Sort yourselves out. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you guys later.